Good morning, grade threes. Good morning. Well, the whole aim is for the children to think ahead of the story. This morning we're going to start with Roald Dahl, The Magic Finger. I chose Roald Dahl, The Magic Finger, because Roald Dahl writes quite comically and it lends itself to quite a bit of action. What do you think that's going to be all about, Sayin?
I think our magic finger will take us somewhere.
And what do you think it's going to be all about?
I think the magic finger and Mr. and the kids, she's going to turn them into frogs.
So let's see what it's going to be all about. The farm next to ours, the first I do is I would sit the children down and actually read to them the title that I've chosen. Then one Saturday morning, I saw Philip and William coming out of the woods with their father, and they were carrying a lovely young deer. This made me so cross that I started shouting at them. And that's where I'm going to stop the story now. I choose a point to stop in the story where the story would flow, where the children could go and take it further. In your groups, you're going to tell me the rest of the story. Okay. I do let them choose their own groups. The groups can be as big as you want them to be. I would like them to dramatize the story, hence the reason why I take them outside, so they can actually interact with each other and take the story further. Right, so you can spread yourselves out. I was walking around to make sure they understood and were on par with the activity requirements.
Bradley and Sayin knew the two boys.
Often I find that they have chosen within themselves a leader.
And Bradley, you must get mad. Okay. And you have to touch them with a magic finger. Who are you going to be?
Where is that deer? We want to cook it.
I give them a few minutes to practice it and to work it out.
She pointed at them and they all fell to the ground. Guys, then I pointed the magic finger at you. You're not going to tell us what you do.
I was saying to them, but remember I said it doesn't have to be the story. You could have a different character, for example, that appears in the story further on in the book. So I wanted them to be original.
Guys! She's so cute. Get out! No, the poor animal!
I bring them back to class and get them seated so that they can, group by group, show their classmates what they have done.
And you, why would you do such a thing just for fun?
I felt the children did very well. They actually went a bit out of themselves. Drama is a good method of teaching because from a learning perspective, I find the children that are more hands-on learn a lot better this way because it is a hands-on activity. Well done, each and every single one of you. I'm so proud of you. That was a fantastic performance. Now you've all got your books on your desk, and I want us to have a look at it. I'm going to mention the word author. Who has heard of that word? What do you think it means, Rachel?
I think it means someone who made a book and written it.
You've got your dictionaries on your desk. Take them and look up the word author. Liema?
The writer of a book or something like a poem or article.
Now, who is the author of this book? Emil.
Roald Dahl.
Right, now let's look at our covers of our books again. And at the bottom where it's blue, it says illustrated. Andani.
A person who drew the pictures.
Do you think he's right? Yes. Right. Now, we're going to do something else today. I'm going to use the word drawing that he mentioned, and I've written the word action word. Do we all agree drawing is when you do something? Yes. What's another word for action word? Bradley.
Another word for an action word is a verb.
Good boy. Koliso. I would like you to write a verb for me. She wrote the word? Eating. So let's all pretend we're eating. Injibulo, Give me another action or verb. He wrote the word? Jumping. Right, now I think you'll understand verbs. Now we're going to do adjectives. What is an adjective? Let's try this. A noun is something we can feel, we can see it, I can touch it, I can smell it. But now if I want to describe this, what would that be if I want to describe this?
Adjective.
Yes. An adjective is describing the things that I can see, feel, and touch. So what kind of words could we use as an adjective?
Fluffy, colors.
Well done. Annalisa, give me a whole sentence using an adjective.
The pencil bag is short.
Where is my adjective?
I think short.
Yes, that's right. Because it's describing the pencil bag.
My fluffy pink pencil case. My shiny silver sharpener. My orange glasses. My pink glasses.
My dangerous pencil case. My flexible ruler.
And what I'd like you to do for me is you're going to write 4 sentences. You're going to use verbs and adjectives in each sentence. You're going to circle your verb. And you're going to underline your adjective. I got them seated on the carpet again and I continued the story from where I had stopped. This made me so cross that I started shouting at them. Umpo.
The boys laughed at me and made faces at me, and Mr. Greg told me to go home and mind my own P's and Q's.
And before I was able to stop myself, I did something I never meant to do.
Oh dear, oh dear. I even put it on Mrs. Greg, who wasn't there.
And almost at once, guess what? Whiskers began growing out of her face. They were long black whiskers, just like the ones you see on a cat, only much bigger. And how fast they grew. Before we had time to think, they were out of her ears. I like this lesson because I enjoy reading to the children. And when they get to writing stories, they would be able to think wider. But if any of you are wondering whether Mrs. Winter's quite all right again now, the answer is no. And she never will be.